Hello again, YouTube. Jeremy with Four Sons Off-Road. So finally that time comes again when we get to do a video featuring a truck we just finished up for a customer. Now this is a 2002 Suzuki Carry DA63T. This is basically the newest style truck that we can bring in, well, into Canada anyways. This has got the 660cc K6A engine in it, so that was one of the big improvements in 2000 and mid 2001 that carried into these 2002s is the K6A engine, which has got the timing chain instead of the timing belt, and it's a full aluminum engine. It was all new, so actually pretty modern design as far as the motor goes. I'll point out a few things we've done to this truck because you notice it has got some work done to it. So first off, we did a 2-inch lift kit and fitted it with 23-inch Maxxis Ceros radial tires on 12-inch Vision alloy wheels. We also did a custom front bumper with the winch receiver hitch mount there. £300 heavy-duty coil springs to kind of help keep the front end under control a little better for off-road terrain, and as well as if the customer wants to mount a winch or a snowplow or anything in the future, that'll help out there for sure. And on the back end, custom mounted rear bumper with 2-inch receiver hitch and toe rings. Now, if you're a keen eye to these Suzuki Carries, you might notice, I guess the other telltale's hiding behind the license plate there. This is a Nouhan Special, which is the agricultural spec truck for Suzuki. Really rare to find these, as it was just an add-on package for Suzuki in these newer style trucks. Got the little side toolbox there, the rear work light, but the more exciting option is, of course, the rear electronic differential lock. Now I'm going to go into that a little later in this video. It's really rare to find the rear diff lock on these trucks. It was a little more common in the older style Suzukis, but when they switched models in 1999, they changed up how their packages lay out, and that agricultural spec became its own standalone package, so it was really tough to actually find trucks that are coming out with that rear differential lock. Now, again, we'll talk about that later, but having a look at the inside of this truck, beautiful condition. We've got the newer style door liners with actual space for a water bottle. We've got multiple cup holders and little cargo tray spaces down there. We've got cargo here, little pocket there. Business card holder and pen holder on the front pillar there, which is really kind of cool. And then the whole dash is recessed. We've got, of course, the standard ashtray and little cargo there, cargo on top of the glove box, and then still a little bit of cargo on the side there for paperwork. Not a cup holder on that door, and a little cup holder, little cargo space back there. That was a huge improvement for Suzuki on the DA63. They went after cargo like crazy, because if you're familiar with the older style trucks, there's next to nothing. You're lucky to get cup holders in a older style Suzuki Carry, so this is pretty cool. Super clean truck, beautiful clean headliner, nice clean box. Now I did go over some of the other improvements on these DA63Ts in a different video, so make sure you check our channel and look that up. And let's go for a ride. Alright, so having a look at the inside of the truck. This truck's got 26,400 kilometers on it. Again, one of the other improvements on the DA63T, they changed the dash. We've got an electronic fuel gauge there to go along with the electronic odometer, and then all your warning lights are just tucked off to the sides there, like your park brake and so on and so forth. But yeah, this truck is just the 5-speed 4-wheel drive with high and low range, which is really nice. Just gonna go for a cruise down This is an ATV snowmobile trail. It's all really soft gravel, actually. So beautiful fall day here. every ride-along video we do is just how quiet these trucks are compared to a side-by-side. Like, you can sit in this cab, cruising along down the trail or the road, and have a normal conversation without yelling at each other, which is really nice. If you had this has got the little Japanese stereo in it, which doesn't get a lot of reception, but if you put a nice little stereo unit in there, even with built-in speakers, they work great. You can hear them. I mean, we're flipping along 45, 50 kilometers an hour down a gravel road. She's going pretty nice. I'm gonna slow down for some wildlife here. Of course, we have a horn. So I just want to show you some of the features with this Diff Lock. So it is just a simple push button on the fly whenever you kind of want type of a system there. It's got a speed controller on it, so it's not going to kick in if you're going too fast. So that's what I want to show you here. So if we cruise along, notice the Diff Lock kicked out. I think it was about 35 kilometers an hour. Now, that doesn't seem like a big deal, except for the fact that, you know, it's something where if you're cruising down the trail, you're going to have to basically engage that Diff Lock per the obstacle in front of you. So the biggest issue with that Diff Lock automatically disengaging at 35 kilometers an hour is with tracks. Now that's where we get most of the requests for Diff Lock, is guys who want to run a tracked unit, and they, you know, basically figure we need Diff Lock on it. Now don't get me wrong, Diff Lock has its purpose. It does work. With tracks, because the tracks are running a small sprocket, it throws your speed out quite a bit. So 35 kilometers an hour on the speedometer is probably equivalent to 15 or 20 kilometers an hour on tracks. So literally with tracks, that rear Diff Lock is only going to stay engaged at the slowest speeds, basically. So if you think you're going to put the Diff Lock on and charge, you know, full speed through some deep snow, it's just going to kick out on you. So kind of disappointed to tell you that, but on tracks, the Diff Lock isn't quite as helpful as it might seem. Now, where is it helpful? Where Diff Lock is normally helpful, which is off camber. So if you get the truck into a twist situation where one track comes off the ground and, you know, could potentially spin, that's where the Diff Lock is going to help you out. Slow crawls off really uneven, weird terrain. But to be honest with you, we've run a lot of trucks with Diff Lock, and it's so rare that you actually engage it for a necessary reason, that a lot of our customers have actually stopped waiting for Diff Lock trucks and have just gone with standard 4x4 and been really happy with them. We have several commercial users running Suzuki carries with tracks on them for pulling trail groomers, going through the oil field, pipelining, and they're quite happy with them without Diff Lock on them. So just to further the demonstration with Diff Lock, I've put the truck in a twist situation here where one tire, I'm just in two-wheel drive, but if I try to go forward, I'm just spinning one back tire. Now, I'm just going to engage four-wheel drive low and just see what happens. So there we are, we're four-wheel drive low, and I mean, I could probably rock and fiddle with this thing and get it out of here. Let's see if Diff Lock makes a difference. Kick that Diff Lock on. To be honest with you, truck's jumping and hopping. Now this is pretty common if you've ever run Diff Lock on your own pickup truck. It doesn't always save you from those scenarios. So of course, if I get myself unstuck here, Diff Lock's still engaged. You know, I can chew my way out of that hole, as it were. But it wasn't magic. So as always, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to check out our website, foursonsoffroad.com.